Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play series in Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. We are still playing the Skull Keeper as part of the Empire of Angmar. Now, the Skull Keeper is old, we can see here his health is poor. I don't think he'll be around for much longer. At best, maybe we could get another 5 years out of him, but I doubt it will even be that long. Um, In regards to our situation, I can see that some vassals have inherited some things they shouldn't have inherited. We can retract this vassal here, which is not going to be conducive to good internal political relations. We do have some colonies going on. In between episodes, I started some buildings in some of them. Um, some of them are already building. Um, I think we're gonna focus internally because he's probably going to die, and we're gonna have problems beyond the normal succession issues, which is relatively okay, although this has an underlayer of problems, and this is what I'm hinting at, because this is an orcish society, and my heir is basically going to be hated by everyone. It always happens when you're playing orcs. The internal situation is probably not going to be stable for the first few years at all. We're probably going to have civil wars. Um, this is your vassal. Let's have a look. So you're holding that territory and you're holding that territory. Okay, so is this a vassal or a direct holding? It's a direct holding. We're gonna let this happen and then we want to switch to him because he somehow inherited this county and we need to remove it. Other than that, on the grand political scale, Mordor is looking beefy. Key, however, is immense. Not a nursery. Aragorn and Mordor otherwise are somewhat stable. I can see Aragorn expanded into Umbar. So that might help him a little bit. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for the character to die now, because I don't think there's a lot else we can do. In terms of our decisions, we could expand the duchies into Gundabad. This would expand the kingdom of Gundabad by these two duchies. We could do that, but it's not urgent. Yeah, that's fine. We're definitely not going to return the... Who inherited these? My heir. Oh, game. Okay, sure. We're gonna get drinking binge, I think. Moderate penalty there. No, we're gonna get managed grief instead. We have moats here. So we can give these away. We don't need to keep them. We're not gonna return the artifacts we took from the dwarves, obviously. Last episode, my brain must have misfired or something. Here we go. So we have a year, basically. My brain must have misfired because I kept calling the sword we got, Orcrist, I kept calling it the bitter, and it's the biter, isn't it? It's absolutely the biter. Right, So let's... I mean, at this point, I didn't even have to do that. Because we're going to inherit it anyway. Okay, so never mind about that. We're gonna wait for him to die. And we'll see what our situation is, and I suspect it's not gonna be pretty. It never is with orcs. We can see some conflicts are going on. Who are you fighting? Right, you're involved in this war. Against your own liege. Okay. I don't particularly care about that. So we're not gonna be able to fabricate anything else in time, and we're gonna inherit everything anyway, which is gonna lead to problems because please don't give these away. So you have daughter, daughter, son, daughter. Okay. I just hope he doesn't give them away to his own son. Do we have a disease nearby? We do. Let's isolate the capital. How is our legitimacy? Not good is the answer to that. Can we hold court? We can. Let's do that. He wants to hold a feast for me, and in return he gets a weak favor on me. No. So you don't like the fact that your county is of a different culture, basically. They're town dwellers, that's fine. And we have a dwarf. We have a dwarf vassal. Isn't that interesting? So what do you want? You want the whole county? Yeah, you're not gonna get the whole county. We find a compromise and the encampment loses taxes. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So we got a bit of legitimacy out of that, but guess what? You're going away. We will not allow dwarves to hold territory in our to have holdings in our territory. This is about the plague, isn't it? Yeah. We'll pay. It's fine. Let's summon the physician. Desperate measures, please. Do we have any wards? We do. More spazzing orcs. Who is Nog? Okay. Quite a few model scenes here. We have a granddaughter. Let's see if we can marry her off. Traits inheritable. You need someone with intelligence and strength, preferably. This will do. I think it's gonna get close here to the time he dies. Patient, generous, or diligent? Be diligent. Let's marry you off, preferably to someone who's a genius of some sort. That will do. And do we have anyone we need to disinherit? No, I've already looked at that. Our inheritance is fine. Come on, dude. Croak. Who's holding this? There we go. So finally the Skull Keeper has passed away. The artifact I have just acquired is undoubtedly the work of that cursed and devious race, the elves. I cannot deny it is beautiful in its own way, and I can't help myself but take it in my hands to admire my new possessions. It burns. Oh wow. So the weapon, this is the weapon, it has to be. With the passing of my grandfather, the responsibility to lead the vast Iron Crown now falls upon my shoulders. I stand before my vassals, adjust my new crown, and brush my shirt. Oh, the things that I will accomplish. So let's have a chat about that. And let's see what the situation is. Right, first of all, you can unequip this, and you can equip Orcrist, because it's better. Any other artifacts there? Do we have anything here? No. No, we don't. Court grandeur expected is 5, that's fine. Let's have a look at your skills. Right, we're gonna need to take prepared for anything for sure, so we're gonna go down that route. We are massively over our domain limit, so I'm gonna need to give this stuff away. And a lot of this stuff as well. We are involved in a war, and I'm not sure what the hell he's doing here. What is this war about? War against the tyranny of him, and if we enforce demands, he is deposed, which is what we want. Okay, so we'll absolutely fight in this war. We can raise the military here. Our finances are in the dirt. Do we have a better commander? We do, and he hates us. He doesn't though, so let's make him our commander. Our current spymaster is good, but we need to sweeten the deal a little bit. Let's send him a gift. He doesn't hate me. Let's sway him. Steward. Are you part of my dynasty? You are. Let's choose you. We need a chancellor. My cousin will do. Can we... So over the domain limit is the problem. Short reign and too many duchies. Can we bribe you? We can, we shall. You're gonna handle the army for now. We have a point. Okay, truth is relative. We're gonna finalize Torturer since we're here as well, but first of all we want prepared for anything. Let's have a look at our vassals. Yeah, they all hate me. Look at that, it's minus 100 down the column. Is there anyone who doesn't hate me? No. Oh dear. We're gonna have Liberty factions for sure. Wants to lower crown authority. We'll play into that. Our legitimacy is in the dirt as well. So we're kind of in a bad situation here. Right, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna start giving out territories because we absolutely hold too many. I'll be right back. Right, so we gave this away to my brother-in-law, who's married to my sister actually. He was the son of the war camp of the Sway Celis. His brother inherited all of that though. He had no more inheritance to get, so we gave him everything. Um, we currently hold the duchy for Goblin Town. We're going to destroy this because we have too many duchies anyway. And in return, we're going to create this duchy, and we're gonna give it to this lad here. We'll give him the rest of it later on. We still hold way too many territories. We need to get rid of these. But I'm thinking of giving them to him after we imprison him. Who currently holds this? Some random dude. Okay. Let's find someone else to. I've arranged some marriages. Let's wait for those marriages to kick in. Right. Let's find someone to give this to though. Uh, we can siege this. Let me find someone to give this to. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around. I'm just gonna give it to him. It won't be enough for him to do anything with it, but we want to give these two and this one to him here after we take away his land. So we're gonna continue with that. We're still massively over the domain, and we really need to do something about that. What else are we over by? We want to keep these two, we want to keep these three, Karn Doom, so that's 6. 7 with Orc Town, and 8 with this. So what else do we hold? We have 4 colonies, that's 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, and then we have these 3 there, which is 15, that's fine. I become known as the Neck Snapper. For you, cracking necks is second nature. I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate the fact that the son of the Skull Keeper is now the Snapper. We don't need to take the special troops with us. You can be disbanded. So we are being sieged by our own vassals. But that's okay, because he doesn't really have any holdings, and this war is gonna be over real quick. At least we're not losing money at the same rate. Right, we need to come in here quickly. Court positions, I haven't even looked at that. Aptitude, my courtier and friend, that's fine. We need another bodyguard if at all possible. Let's bribe both of you. And let's bribe the food taster. And we're gonna do here a cupbearer as well. I know I'm throwing money around, but I'd rather not be assassinated by people. Great, so we're done with that. I still need to take away your land, though. I have a claim, okay. We have a better lore master as well, though. Let's take away your stuff. You're not gonna accept and I don't care. Learning lifestyle. We'll let it be. Really? You accepted with 1%? That's amazing. So, you, first of all, we're gonna invite you. We're gonna ransom your wife. And we're gonna give you these. And you can build this on your own. Can we give you the duchy as well? We can. So you get that territory and the duchy. So that's that resolved. Move your capital. We can't because the AI already moved it. Good job. Okay. Thanks, AI. My uncle. No, this is from the cheating wife. He's not the uncle at all. Right, we are still over the domain. We need to give Edriksborg away. So let's do that. We're looking at the wrong people. Where are you? That's fine. You'll do. There you are. So, we are still massively over our domain limit. But some of these should be from the colonies. So hopefully this will settle. We can give this away. And we were giving them to you. How many do you need to make the duchy? 4. You're not gonna do that with just 3. So you can have that. We're not gonna start another colony. I want the domain to fix itself. Royal Court. People want my titles. Nope, we're not giving you that. We have an artifact we can destroy, and we shall. How are we on Liberty factions? Ooh. Look at them factions. Right, we can hold court. Let's do that. No. Sure, you can be master of the hunt. He hates me. You need someone to raise you. Fine. I'm getting a puppy for 750 gold. But in return we get dog lovers for 30 years. And all members will be able to take the adopt puppy decision. How can I say no to that? I'll take it. So how are we on legitimacy? Nowhere near where we want to be. We can probably hold a funeral. And we're gonna hold it in the holy site. For the grandfather, of course, with massive ceremonies, because of course only the best will do for the Skull Keeper. You're gonna be grey. We're gonna continue to sway our spy master, I think. Just to make sure we don't die. We're over the domain limit and we can't build it. Game, can you settle the colonies thing? You want to destroy the realm. And you can issue ultimatums. I don't particularly mind to lower crown authority. We can accept that ultimatum. Let's get Court of Shadows. Yep. Right. Is he in the faction? He is. So let's see if this removes him, because we'll have a weak hook. Yeah, we'll take this. The fewer people hate us, the better. We're gonna say we don't care. There goes the stress. We're gonna go with the stress reduction before we get killed. You are no longer relevant, so you can go away. Um, yeah, we're not gonna destroy the Arkenstone. We could give away the prize bow. Let's do that. We lose some more stress. We don't need to follow these anymore. All eyes on me. We're gonna agree. I'm gonna promise to be a better lord. He is in the void now. More opinion from everybody, please. Beautiful. There goes the stress, and we've increased legitimacy quite a bit. We're gonna need more opportunities to gain legitimacy because our current legitimacy is too low. Right, what is the situation? Do I still hold this duchy? No, I destroyed it. Good. Strong economy, please. Has anyone withdrawn from this? Too weak to send an ultimatum. So people are starting to back off. Caravan Master, we can give it to her. Betrothed, yeah, sure. Marriage Simulator 2026. You want an alliance? No. We're not gonna do internal alliances, sorry. Has this... Yes, finally. Our domain is good. It's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Which means our income is okay. Let's train commanders. No, I don't think it's safe for us to go feasting quite yet. What I want to do is I want to start building this so we can benefit from the monthly stewardship lifestyle experience, because we're gonna go into stewardship swiftly after intrigue. We need to resolve our domain issues and we need to be able to colonize. So this episode I'm not gonna attack anyone because we desperately need to achieve stability. He's plenty young, so we'll if he doesn't get killed by anyone, we're gonna have plenty of time to conquer more and more. How are we for time? We're good. More internal alliances at a duchy level. You know what? We'll accept internal alliances at duchy levels because we're not gonna get allied with anyone else anytime soon anyway. Like nobody around us is gonna be an ally. We just need to conquer everyone around us. We could at this point. We could not because we're not illustrious. I'm not gonna try to subjugate the Ettenmoors. He has nowhere near enough martial skill, so no. We can't raid, we can't do anything else. Can we take maybe a ward? Who's teaching you? No one. I am. Right. You could be martial, you could be intrigue. We're gonna go intrigue, boy. No, not martial, intrigue. Because the last thing I want to do is for my heir to die. Speaking of heirs, we only have daughters, that's fine for now. How is the wife? The wife is fine. She's not a lover though, that's fine. And we still need to resolve the ongoing issues with territory being held by people who are not supposed to hold it. So we have a claim on this. Would you accept it is the question. You would. Good. Yeah, you hate me, I get it. However, he doesn't. Why are you involved in this? Because you are. That's fine. Can we do the duchy? We can. He changed the icon to something considerably more orcish. It's this one. And we got some legitimacy out of that. Right, that is our Spymaster Swade. It's time to start on some of the others. We can begin with the Lore Master, I think. We cannot begin with the Lore Master. Why do you hate me? Ah, probably because we hold... I am not your rightful liege, and if I create the duchy, you're gonna hate me for holding the duchy. So, let's carry on with him instead. Our diplomat is starting to make progress towards domestic affairs. And this is now too weak. And it's gonna continue to drop. We are now prepared for everything. We're going to switch to Torturer. I don't like the fact that they're so far apart in age, but hopefully it's gonna be okay. How are the colonies? You can upgrade. You have a ways to go. And you're just developing. So, we could at this point grab this one as well. It's gonna take some time though, because we don't have any perks in stewardship. Yep, that's fine. We have discovered windmills. 4 years until Holy Wars is done. And we're going through land grants. So this is supposed to give us simple windmills and undershot water wheels. Really? Nope. So that was completely useless. Who wants to get married? That's fine, go ahead. Negotiate alliance. Yes, because you will be a duke. I will need to attack Dale for it, but you will be a duke. You're allied to the Kingdom of Dunland. That's one heck of an alliance you've got going. You know what, we'll decline that. I think she's cheating. It is entirely possible that she isn't, but I think she is. So this is gonna be a quiet episode, folks. Durin is sending us poems. That's funny, considering I have both Orcrist and Arkenstone. We could insult him, but we're not going to. We're gonna laud your poems so that you continue to send us poems. Who is a dangerous faction? Crown Authority again. And it's growing. Let's put my diplomatic skills to the test. It worked. So are you part of this? He is. We will need to work on him. Can we give you some money? How many soldiers do you have? Not many. Who has... Whoa, 6,000. Really? Most of which is rabble. 5,000. Half of which is rabble. 4,000 rabble. I don't particularly care about them having rabble. The rest of the orc warriors and the pikemen, though, are a concern. What troops do you have? We could try to bribe some of these people. Like you, for instance. And he should back off from all of this. We can also bribe you. It's a bit expensive, but hopefully this will stabilize things a bit. We'll make the money back later. You want an alliance, I accept. You don't have any more weird land anywhere, do you? No. Who are you? No. I'm good. Come on, get your troops out of there. If not, ultimately what we'll do, we'll simply lower the crown authority. Yeah, I'll accept that, that's fine. Right, this is waiting on building. And this is gonna be finished on its own soon. We're still making some money, but it's nothing great. And this is one of the reasons I don't really want to deal with a rebellion, because at the moment we're not really making any money. And if I raise the military, this is gonna plummet into minus 30 or whatever. How are we for time? We're getting close. You would have me be your guest of honor. I'm good. You can murder me some other time. He was terrified of us, but I don't want to go. Not yet. We're gonna take forever infamous. So how is your dread? Only natural dread. That's not good. We are still swaying people. You're still in the faction. Can you get yourselves out of that faction though? Yeah, that's fine, because he's marrying outside the dynasty, so maybe we'll get some perks out of it. Can you... You want the Iron Crown. And he has backers. Well, I'm not gonna be able to sway him, I don't think. We're not gonna arrive in time, so no. And I don't really trust to travel right now. Right, so we're gonna disband this now. And we're gonna lower the crown authority to high. But this is the real problem. And if we have to fight for this, then we will. Dynastic conflicts are gonna be an issue early on. We have a dynasty legacy. Right, so we're not gonna go for this. We will take constant care, and then we'll progress probably down the warrior path. But constant care should remove some losses due to pregnancy. Too weak to send an ultimatum, but they're not that far either. More vigilant for 3 years. However, we have an opportunity here to increase dread. You know what, let's do this instead. I convinced the merchant, that's fine. Who are you fighting and why? A rebellion. And my niece got killed. Of course she did. I cannot raise there because it's under rebellion. Let's raise them here. So let's watch my income plummet. Not quite. No, keep raising. Did you? You accepted. Great. Train commander some more then. Please excuse the noise from outside if it reaches the recording. With who? No, we're good. Why do I care about these? Nah, goodbye. Time. We're getting close to the hour. I apologize for the inactivity, but this is a dangerous moment in time, because this could easily sway in their favor completely. And what we absolutely want to avoid is a dynastic war. We can train for a tournament, sure. Let's see if we get strong. We did, excellent. We can at this point unify the Orc warbands, so we would get Great Warchief and Same Faith Opinion, and Conqueror would mean less army maintenance, title creation cost, legitimacy as well, and vassals will fall in line, but more importantly, we're gonna get Dark Servants. I may fire this, but I might not, simply because um no, I think I'm gonna fire it actually. It's gonna be a while until we can upgrade the size of the military again. So let's fire this because it's gonna give us legitimacy. And vassals will fall in line. So, for so long the orcs have been scattered and disunited, beaten back at every turn by men, dwarves and elves. We were unified under the Dark Lords, but they are not worthy of our swords. Orcs should rule orcs, and the strongest of them all shall lead, me. Beneath my banner the orc warhost shall spread across all the earth. The time of the orc has come. The horde rises. Well, I've had to break spines, torture a few unlucky sods, and slaughter more than a few innocents along the way, but at long last, the orcs seem to be falling in line under my hand. Visions fill my head of the vast plunder that awaits me, of the destiny of the orc race to cover all the lands, to enslave and dominate all others. Soon my host will roll over the lands of men, and none will have a hope of standing against my might. What shall be my first target, I wonder? Sniveling Tarks, cowardly elf witches, or the sweet gold of the dwarven halls? There will be gold to grasp and grog to drink without end. So, I think we just lost. I think we just lost the decisions relating to Gundabad. No, we have not. We could do this. Let's do that. Whoa! I did not expect the 2000 gold reward. To the west of the Misty Mountains lie two smaller chains of peaks that are considered part of Angmar, a realm long fallen. Well, no longer. Now we rule these lands, and those who inhabit them, be they orc or man, will do as we say. And these mountains shall forever be a part of the great orc realm of Gundabad. So, we have modified the kingdom of Gundabad, and you can now see um, its full borders. We gained 2000 gold as well, and a bit of dynasty renown. So let's unpause. Well, not quite, because now we have access to Black Uruks, to Karagor packs, and to Olog High. So, the difference between Gundabad War Trolls and Olog Highs. The Olog Highs have 200 more damage, but less toughness. So these are base 1600, and these are base 1400. The Olog Highs get bonuses in hills and underground, whereas the War Trolls do not. So the Olog would be better to fight in the volcanic plains of Mordor. They lose 400 in deep forests, 200 in forests. So they're actually better at the amount they're losing compared to the War Trolls. However, we have access to Caragor packs now, and the Caragor packs counter Archers, Light Cav, and Archer Cav. They get bonuses in a lot of places, particularly in volcanic plains and in plains in general and dry lands. But they suffer in other areas. And the difference between Black Uruks and Gundabad Black Shields. Black Uruks counter Skirmisher and Spearman, so the same. Base 19, base 28, base 14, base 20. So the only advantage would be that the Black Uruks get bonuses in volcanic plains. And as far as I can see, the stats are not that amazing. They do come in groups of 200 compared to the 150. So all in all, I think the Black Uruks are better, simply because they come in greater sizes and they get bonuses in the plains as well. We're not gonna swap them now though. These can stay at the as they are. And I do think we'll take some Olokai at some point. You counter heavy infantry and spearmen, and you counter archers, light cav, archer cav. Yeah, we'll probably want to replace the cavalry with Caragors. At some point. It's not urgent right now. Let's see how that changes things in terms of vassals. There goes the Iron Crown problem. No, go away. We can take another perk. My army is not a nursery though. We're gonna grab Torturer as well. Any more factions of discontents? Not right now, and our income is fine. Have you... Yeah, you finalized. Good. And you're part of which duchy? That duchy. So you can have that. And we can start work on you instead. You can be feudalized as well. So let's give you this territory. And that leaves us with Andrath, which we're waiting on it to build, and this one. So, I suppose next episode, because we're getting close to the hour, we're gonna want to decide who to attack. And on that note, you have 2 settlements there, 3 settlements. So we're still waiting on this, I think. I think we're gonna attack Las Galen again. In fact, we might even do that right now, because we can. Just a quick war. We're gonna get rid of them completely at some point, but for now, just the duchy in the south will do. It is what we need. You're gonna get joined by the Holy Order, and I don't like that our troops have dropped in number. Can we hire the Holy Order? We can. Let's combine and let's send you to siege. Who? You. My half-sister. And what's the problem? You've been trying to drag the other half-sisters through the mud. She mocks her. Yeah, we're gonna do a blanket of fear. Which they believe, of course. So here we go, the first conquests of the Conqueror, who has yet to conquer anything. He is no longer the Neck Snapper, he is the Great Warchief, but he will forever be known as the Neck Snapper because of his previous title. That's how we will continue to refer to him. Will not harm opinion. We can attack you though, and we can ransom you for some nice cash. We can also hold court. Let's do that real quick. The woman in front of me bows. My cousin sits on the throne of Bjorning, and you want the throne. Get out. Yeah, we don't care. Uh, so you're arguing with your brother, I think? No, your cousin, maybe. Something. We're gonna say they're both invaluable, and we managed to charm both of them. So we got a bit more legitimacy out of that. You want to be patient. That's not horrible. It's better than the alternatives, which are horrible. Are we gonna lose this? Not quite. Legolas is a drunk. You want the war camp of Gundabad. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, no. That's not happening. I cannot see. I think it's that one. We'll let our dog join. Who are you? You're part of the Holy Order. Goodbye. We're gonna sacrifice the elves on the altar of the Dark Lord. And before you ask who the Dark Lord is, there is only one option on who the Dark Lord is. I don't think we're gonna disinherit anyone anymore because I think we're gonna hey, we have by the sword. I think we're gonna have enough time to research primogeniture. Cowering counselor for 10 years means less intrigue. And who is this? My spy master. We absolutely don't want to make him a rival. Excellent, it is what we wanted. So his intrigue is better. Who did we capture? Some foolish elves. Burn. And burn. We're gonna be merciless going forward. We'll not gonna arrive in time, that's a pity. Come on. Really? You still want to do this? She still hates me. Can we sway you? Goodbye. And that will be the war done. Who did we capture? We'll release you. And we'll execute the rest. So there we go. We now hold these lands, and I'm gonna have to give these away to someone. I'll have to figure out who. More elves flee, and we gain some rivals. But that's okay. Really? This is the duchy? I'm pretty sure that's not where the duchy is supposed to be. But we're gonna end the episode here. I'm pretty sure we're a bit... yeah, we're over the time limit. We're gonna end the episode here. I'm sorry it's been a very quiet one, but we kinda had to. We are no longer Angmar, we are the Great Northern Warhost now. Going forward, we will start to attack some of these places. We'll probably start with Dale. And we're gonna start to decimate the kingdoms around us. I don't think we're gonna allow Durin to develop these anymore. But we'll have a look at that in the next episodes. And we'll take it from there. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, it will help my channel grow. See you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.